Hey guys, what's up? Jin here with another video for you guys. This one was sent to me and asked by a couple friends if I would cover. So this is by our good friends over at PromG, or the PromG, on the manga community is at war yet again. So that's the video I was sent. I had to do a little more research into it, and what it was about and everything else when it comes down to all that stuff. But the gist of the video, dogs, you guys can hear them. The gist of the video was talking about somebody buying manga way too fast, which I know I just put out another video for. But, you know, having somebody that buys stuff way too fast, I don't think really is the problem, depending on how you consume it and how fast you consume it. What it really comes down to, per se, is how fast that they are kind of like balancing that. Because sure, you can buy a lot of manga all at once and start reading it, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're just buying it to buy it, you know, then there's kind of more of a thing there. As I said in my other video, if you guys go back and watch that one, which is a manga library versus a manga collection, what does it become? And in that, I'm sitting outside, so that's one thing. But if you look at it, I basically talk about some of this other stuff, which I am away from my table. That's why I don't have a lovely backdrop like I usually do. If you guys look over here, I'm redoing manga. If you guys look behind me, obviously a lot of manga, because I am redoing all that, trying to get all of that done. So we just have stuff with that we're doing. But sorry, a little technical difficulty. But yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, I mean, the shelf I'm working on, all this other stuff. On top of it, if you saw my Instagram where I had the other pictures and stuff, and how I have all my stuff kind of split up, you know, I have my ongoing series, what I haven't started yet, different places like that. I mean, we have a lot of different areas of what a collection is and whatnot. Now, as I said, because this over here is what's annoying me right now, I think it looks like crap. If you guys really get the focus over there at all, you usually don't see that much. But anyway, I have a bunch of Pokemon gallery figures that are over there that are sitting in places, and because I was cleaning the shelves or whatever, it just looks like real crap right now. Not gonna lie, it's a thing. And especially going through trying to figure out all this stuff behind me of to read, where it's going, different things like that, trying to go through my boxes and all that. You know, it can kind of be a pain in the butt, right? And then getting the list together of what all those are. What do I have? A to read list, a bunch of other things kind of like that fit in that field, I guess. But all that stuff, I mean, it's, what am I trying to show off, per se? Do I want you guys to see the series? Sure. They're there to kind of do that. But do I want my shelves to look nice? That's also true. And I think when you want to show yourselves off, that makes you more of a collector, versus somebody that has a library. Your manga library is something that you are going to chip away at, read, and do all this. You know, essentially that's what, you know, a library is. It's a collection of books that you read. When we say manga collection, I know sometimes that those words are interchangeable and whatnot for a manga collection and a manga library. When it comes down to that, though, I really think that a manga collection is something that you just display. So if you have anything that's really like there to make it hoity-toity, show like certain manga that are sticking out, something like that, you're showing the cover art, you're showing the spines, you're trying to do all this, that at that point to me is a manga collection. If it's something else that you're doing and, you know, you haven't just thrown on the shelves really, maybe it's the last stuff that you got from Manga Hall, and you put it with the other series that you haven't read yet. You know, you got Goblin Slayer volume up to volume 8, and you just got 9, you throw it right beside it. You haven't read 7, 8, and 9 right now. Good. You got that. But when you have the whole thing together, and it's not split up anyway, you don't have bookmarks, you know, separating anything or whatever. Again, like I said, that's a collection. You're using it for display purposes, things like that. Versus on the other side, if you are having the library, you're going to most of the time have it somewhere where it can be displayed in a different way. And the main focus of it is for you to chip away at that stuff. It's for you to read that and get those series gone and move on. And that way you can enjoy other things as you're going from there, instead of having to worry about, you know, how am I going to do this? What am I going to read? Da 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 da. Things like that. Now, all this stuff behind me, things I haven't read yet. Do I have a couple piles over there on the other side on my actual desk? Yes, I do have a few that are series that right now I'm trying to get through or catch up on or something like that, and actually be able to take those and merge them into my collection that's upstairs, that is in my other room, and have that stuff go together. But like I mentioned in the other video too, I have a small conundrum of, well, do I want to put my ongoing series that I have right now down here on another area, because right behind this wall there are 2 bookshelves in that area as well. I can put all that stuff there. You know, of course, you guys can't see it off camera, but I have a laying down bookshelf here and a little metal bookshelf on the other side. You guys might be able to kind of see the tip of it around right there. You know, how I want to put those out. Do I want to hold on to them until I get as far as I possibly can until they're done? Are they series that maybe the stuff comes out at a snail's pace, like Berserk or The Gray Man? And so, you know, basically you can throw them up there and say, hey, you know, they may get another book at some point. Or are they books that are like hiatus, you know, that are, they can come in and fall out and go forward from there or whatever. Kind of like Hunter x Hunter. That they do that a lot with that one, honestly. But how do you want to display it? You know, that's kind of what it comes down to. Again, I think as a collector, it's display purposes. Just like on the shelves back here, like I said, I have Funko Pops on them. Are they displayed? Some of them are. Sure, I have a few that are on the shelves just like the Pokemon gallery figures and whatnot, but am I really using those to the fullest extent of how they are stored and whatnot? Am I using them in such a way of that, or are they stacked up? Are they too thick? That's another good representation, I feel like. These ones right here are not. Why? Because the shelf, I feel like, is weak, and the person that kind of started putting it together for me, I think, by the time they did half of it, it was already kind of screwed up, and they never went back, and I was like, screw it, whatever, you know, I just need to get the books on there to get them out of the way. You know, that way. But there are other bookshelves that I have where they are too thick, and the question is, do I want to get a base to put behind there so people can see the top of the other volumes behind them? At the end of that, I really don't care. Most of them that are done, they're there. I know they're there. They're done. I feel like at that point, that is my manga collection. While the representation, like I said, down here, what am I doing with it, is my manga library. Of course, going from both, these ones are more displayed so that I can see them, see what's left there, and chip away at them to read them and whatnot. While the one upstairs I treat more like a library, because they're just kind of, they are together with their books, their series, but there's another series that's behind another one that you can't see. You know, that's kind of a thing. And I really think, you know, seeing some of the pictures of the Guy series, there are some of those series that we would say, oh man, if that's not in your collection, you know, what are you doing? you know, or you should have this because, hey, that series, aka carries clout with it. You know, that's the thing. While that's fine and dandy, I have a lot of friends that come over. I trust them pretty well. Now, would I put certain things out in front of some friends or said friends that my friends could bring over with them? No. So I do have some things that are out where people can see them, and I have other things that are behind some things because, hey, I would show this to somebody if they came to visit or whatever, just to say, hey, you know, I got this, oh, that's cool. But am I really going to stick Ultimate Muscle, the entire collection or the entire series, out in front of somebody that could be like, hey man, let me borrow one of those, or hey, can I take one of those, you know, and read it, you know, bring it back to you, anything, or hey man, are you gonna sell that? You know, if you're not reading it, you know, can I buy that from you? Things like that. You have all these other things that are kind of like that. Yes, I do enjoy Ultimate Muscle. That is another reason why I want to keep that in as pristine condition as I can. But at the other point, you know, anybody that is one of my friends that does know the value of that series, I don't really want to put it out in front of people and hang it out there in front of their faces. So, I mean, we have different things like that. That's another reason why. Sure, it's fun to have a bunch of different series and whatnot, to have them all out, to enjoy reading them and whatnot, and to possibly go back later on and me see it and say, hey, you know, I remember doing this or that with that series or whatever. Or even having a friend come over and say, hey, I'm going to read this, but I'm going to sit in your manga room or whatever. It's my manga/sewing room. And I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to read some manga. You know, I need to space out a little bit and reading some manga, and obviously maybe they can't buy those or whatever. Just sit down and enjoy the atmosphere. A library is one of the best things I feel like anybody can have, because a library is very comforting. So, again, now, do I feel like this is super controversial? No, it's not really a big thing. Are there a lot of people talking about it? Yes, there are definitely a lot of people talking about it. Is this a thing that probably should be talked about as much? Probably not. It's not really that big of a deal. You know, back in the day, there were people that did get things like this. There were people that had, you know, golden ships of manga and what they wanted to go for, and white whales and things like that. But at the end of the day, if you're really just trying to read stuff to enjoy it, are you really going to try and do any of that? So, and then one more thing, I'm just going to throw this out there for y'all. Another staple that you can really tell on a collector / somebody that has a library is most of the time people that have a library that have it for a reason. They will have manga that they actually cherish, that actually had a reason. When they read it, it made them feel something. It moved them, just like a great piece of art or something like that. I don't think that's a collection if you're going to downgrade and cut out what you don't like. For people that are collectors, you're going to see them keep a hold of a lot of it, and most of the time everything that they have will be the same thing. They'll give you a handful of series. This means this to me because of that. Most of the other stuff will be because of the clout, because I want to have the biggest manga collection, because of this, because of that, whatever, you know. And that's the thing. So it all depends really on the person as well. Most of the other people that I think are really good readers are also people that you see that have more than one thing that they get into, aka D&D for me, or little knick-knacky shit that is all on my shelves. And you know, that's kind of a lot of stuff. You understand that those people get into it hardcore, they really enjoy it, and are going to basically, you know, do all that other stuff. But there is no fear of missing out for any of that, because they know no matter the price, if they really want to get it at some point, they will just go ahead and get it. So, reader with a library versus collector with a collection. I think that's really what it comes down to. And if you like this video, check it out, give it a thumbs up, whatever, you know, everything else, subscribe, like it, and check out that other video, you know, however things pop up, double check, see what those are about. I think I give a little more information about that. And I'm outside, and I got really cool glasses on. But of course, if you want more, go back through source material, aka go check out PromG's video. It was very well done. I will definitely give him that. I enjoyed him actually taking part of the stuff in the video and cutting it out from the Twitter feed. Questions, different things that were brought up, different people that made comments and whatnot. It was great. I'm not gonna lie. That was something that was golden to actually see and actually read the comments as well. From there, I did really enjoy that in that video. But I don't think he missed a step in a lot of that. He was right on the money with almost everything he said. And of course, you know, you can take it from there and you can go back to a bunch of these other videos. He gives a recommendation to another one, which I did watch part of it, and I believe that it was pretty informative as well. But PromG covered it really well, so I didn't think I really needed to watch that many other videos entirely on some of that stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this gave you more of an insight. I hope this helps whoever, which you know who you are. You know who you are. I'm just going to point you out, okay? Think of this finger and me standing in front of you and actually pointing at you, because you know who you are. That sent me some of these videos to cover. So anyway, I'm not going to say who it is, and if you have to second guess if it's you, it's probably not you. But one person in particular knows this, they sent me to cover this. So I don't know why. I assume it's because I came back to YouTube and I have a big collection and did the fear of missing out video already and some other stuff, but there could be more that comes out of it. I don't know. But honestly, this is one of those other ones that I feel that we're just covering to cover, even though it's not really that big of a deal, because everybody is going to collect / grow their library however they want to. So, and there's nothing else that any of us can say about it. So anyway, thanks for listening. I'll catch you later. And this is Jen, signing out again, as always, with Otakuology, what we like to say. See you next Tuesday, even though this probably doesn't come out on Tuesday. Anyway, thanks.